Check this out right here. Now, I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, Zach, what are you doing at a KFC? Get your fat ass away from there. But, let me explain. Okay, I'll put the camera right here. Today is the 1-year anniversary of black hair. And this guy is gonna think I'm talking to myself, which I kind of am, but to the camera. He thinks I'm crazy, but he looks like he's talking to himself too. And he's got an earpiece in. Anyway, I'm talking to a camera, or it looks like a phone. This guy thinks I am too. There's everyone, it just seems to be walking by right now. That's why I didn't want to do it outside. People would still think I'm crazy, but whatever. Anyway, I'm not sure if you can see it, but did I already mention this 1-year anniversary of black hair? Well, it is, and it's awesome. And the reason why I'm at this KFC, I'm actually not eating the KFC, okay, if you're wondering, because I'm trying to lose weight. KFC ain't gonna help. Anyway, I met Jared, the guitarist of black hair, and James, the bassist of black hair, right here in this parking lot. I put a Craigslist ad up saying, yo, what up? I'm looking for a band. My name's Zachy Sickness. And here's an old guy kind of thing I'm talking to my... Oh, this is not good. Anyway, I said, I'm looking for a band on this Craigslist ad. I said, I'm a singer and my stage name is Zachy Sickness. I actually put that up there. And I put a link to my YouTube channel and said, here, you know, like, check out my stuff. Jared messaged me back. He was the first one who messaged me back and said, hey, me and my friend are starting a band and we need a singer. And so I was messaging them back and forth, and at first I almost backed out at one point because I've never really met anyone online, you know, and I've heard, you know, rape stories, whatnot. No, but my mom, I decided to go through with it. I decided to bring my parents along so I wouldn't get raped, okay? Might sound childish, but my parents would prevent the rape. And, yeah, so, hold on real quick. I'm gonna turn my car off just to show you where we met. Actually, like, met about right here in this parking lot, probably in this parking space too. And then, God, everyone walking by right now. Anyway, we went over to there. I'm not sure if you can see it, but that's... Can you see anything? But anyway, that's West 11th Archery. We went there right after we met here, and we started practicing. Yeah, hold on. So we went over, I'm back in my car. So we went over to the West 11th Archery over there, and they took me inside their studio, as they called it. It was a storage unit. I thought, I was nervous at first because I thought we were actually going to a legit studio. Like, I thought these guys are like a big deal, and I was gonna sing for like this band that like already had a record deal or something, you know. So I was like nervous, and then they're like, okay, we'll take you over to our studio, and it was right across the street at West 11th Archery, and it was just a storage unit. And I'm like, oh, okay, so yeah, it's another band where we're starting from the ground up, which is a good thing. It's a good thing, because it's preparing me. And yeah, they brought me inside. My mouth was dry as the desert because I was nervous. You see, when I get nervous, my mouth tends to dry, and that's why I have like a huge bottle of water, or like 2 cups of water on stage, because like my mouth just gets dry if I'm nervous. And there's a couple concerts where I'm nervous, you know. I'm not much anymore, but you know, like the first couple concerts, I definitely had to have water there. Anyway, so we went over there. They set up the mic for me. They started playing, and they were just, you know, jamming, and you know, coming up with guitar, or they already came up with guitar riffs. And when it comes to making music, it's really hard to come up with stuff when there's not drums, which they didn't have a drummer yet. The amazing story is we found a drummer 3 days later. We found our first drummer, Jung, who drummed with us for about 5 months before we found Tracy, who is now our drummer and our brother. Anyway, so I was having a hard time, like, just improvising, you know, and like at first I was just like, yeah, you know, just like doing like short little weak ass screams, you know. It was funny, you know, and just yeah. And so I'm like, yeah, I'm having a hard time improvising, and then I'm like, oh, and they had a drum set up, and I'm like, hey, could I hop on the drums? It'd be easier for my brain flow to get going with a drum beat. And they're like, yeah, sure. And so I hopped on the drums, and I started drumming, and then I started singing. And my singing was alright. I don't think they could hear me that well over the drum set, because of how far the mic was. And this guy thinks I'm talking to myself. Anyway, where was I? Okay, so I was on the drum set. They probably couldn't hear me that well. So their first impression of my singing, I'm not sure if I think they liked it, but I didn't think they were totally impressed. They actually, at first, I think they were like, maybe we could keep him as a drummer, because, I mean, he could at least, you know, keep beating. He's alright at drumming, and I think I actually impressed them with my drumming at first. And then our third practice, Jung came by, and we put him on drums, and that's when I was able to focus on singing and, you know, doing my vocals. And I think that's when they realized, like, oh, he really is like a really good vocalist, and he's meant to be a vocalist. He ain't meant to be a drummer, you know, at that point, you know. So yeah, today was this day last year was the beginning of the best year of my life. And what else more is there to say? So we were just, you know, jamming, and I specifically remember that day, the main riff of Return of the Sickness being made, and the main bass riff of a song for KCO was also made just in that one day. And then we kind of formed it from there. So I should, you know, go over and show you maybe the archery, so yeah. So we practiced, that's all blurry. We practiced right here, number 7. That's where we practice. This is archery. This is where the magic of black hair all first started. So yeah, this place should I hope this place definitely goes down in history someday, because a lot of good music was made at these storage units. You see that Jägermeister bottle? That guy's definitely represent the archery. That's how all these people are about. And this guy's like wondering what the hell I'm doing. That's art. You know what amazes me about Black Hare? Is it's the 1 year anniversary. And we already have our first CD out, our first full recorded CD out. We played our first show 3 months after we formed. And we already had like 5 or 6 original songs made for that show. So Black Hare, I mean, it really seems like fate. I mean, we all have the perfect chemistry. And I mean, that's how we can make songs so quick. Is our chemistry just, yeah. No, it's awesome. We have accomplished so much just this past year. The biggest one probably being our first debut album coming out like 9 months after we formed. And also some awesome, opportunities we've had. We were the #1 most voted band in Warped Tour Battle of the Bands. Unfortunately, we didn't win. We didn't actually get to play the Warped Tour, but we were #1 on the website. We have played shows all over Oregon. We've been to both sides of Oregon, basically. I mean, we play a lot of shows in Eugene and Salem, and but I mean, we went all the way to Enterprise, Oregon, which is all the way in Northeast Oregon. It's clear across the state to play a show, because that's where I grew up at, actually, from 4 years old all the way to 19. And I played a show, and a lot of my old friends and classmates came out, and that was one of the funnest shows we've ever done, and we hope to be back there soon. And we played one Washington show in Aberdeen, Washington, where Kurt Cobain grew up, and that's where Nirvana was formed. So it was an honor playing in Aberdeen. And now we got another Washington show coming up in Sumner, Washington. So now Black Hare is even starting to get out of Oregon, and we're starting to take over Washington too. And another crazy thing is, we're kind of making a name for ourselves in the Eugene local area now. I think a lot of people realize who Black Hare is. If you eat at KFC, you're basically just like eating a dead fetus, pretty much. So yeah, don't do it. Don't do it! No! Stop! Don't eat the dead fetus! No. When you eat at KFC after this, you're basically saying, I'm eating a dead fetus, and I'm okay with that. Because Zach warned me that I'm eating a dead fetus, yet I'm eating it anyway. So, you're like, dude, you're eating a dead fetus! Just one more thing about KFC. Just one more. Anyway, if you go there, you should just say straight up, like, hi, could I get the 2-piece baby fetus meal with the mashed potatoes with baby diarrhea over it, because that's really good. So I got a cool little photo and video little slideshow thing coming up for you. Right now it's gonna show photos and videos all the way from our first show all the way to our previous shows from our last show, which right now currently is the last show we played was a monster truck show over in Harrisburg. You'll get clips from all those. It's gonna be cool. You're gonna enjoy this. I hope. It will definitely show our progress and how much better we've gotten just through this year, man. So you'll enjoy. Enjoy! Enjoy! Enjoy!
Listen to me. If you don't listen and go to our shows, I'm gonna come in and I'm gonna punch you in the stomach. Okay.
Yeah, thanks for all the support, everyone.